Folks, welcome to the Python adventure from zero to hero. Let me show what I've prepared for you. Here in this report, CGI Python adventure, I've shared 4 nice folder using Python. Yeah, using Python. So the first folder, Python from zero to hero, is only related to the simple CRUD operation. We are going to understand how SQL Alchemy works, how to map a model, how to connect to the database and run some simple operation like create a user, add a user, connect the user with some group. So if you scroll down here, I've created some small introduction about what you're gonna see for any project. The first one is just a simple CRUD operation using console module. The second one, we're gonna introduce Flask, and then with the Flask we have a RESTful API and combine it with the CRUD operation. And the third, here we start to introduce it to the LLM, large language module. Yeah, here we have some nice APIs, LangChain, to connect it to the ChatGPT. User can send some requests to our backend. Our backend is going to identify what the user wants. Depends on the user flow or the user request, we should be able to run a query against the database. I've provided a SQL database for that, a SQLite database. And then if the request is not related to the order, we should be able to scan some content inside a folder. I've also created a folder where we have some store, address, product information, and the user should be able to identify also these information related to the products. And finally, instead of run manual queries against the database, the API, what we have here is a nice UI using Streamlit. Streamlit is a nice framework, and this framework allows us to quickly introduce a chat and connect this chat with our API. Let me show this hands-on. So what I'm gonna do is click on here. And here inside this repo, the folder number 1, let me scroll down. Don't worry about the code I've explained line by line. Let's go to the end and see this working. Let me maximize. What I have to do is inside this folder, activate some Python environment. That's what I've done here. As you can see, cap. Cap means console application, just an alien for that. And here we have a Python menu. That's the console application. So if the user type the number 1, we add some user, Fabio Fernandes. Then user has been created and stored in the SQL. The second one is the group, CEO. CEO was created. And then 31, assign the user. We just need to type some parts of the user and then identify Fabio Fernandes and attach CEO with the Fabio. And we should be able to see that running when you ask for the groups. As you can see, admin, user, or user and groups connected. And then if you type 9, we exit the application. Again, just need to scroll down. Don't worry about the code. We have more videos showing in detail how it works. Okay. Here we have our Flex RESTful API using the port as a parameter inside. Then ask you for user, the same table. User number 3 was deleted. User not found. Once you delete the user is not available anymore. Trying to get the user. User not found. Add a user. Okay. Let's confirm. The user is there, ID number 3. So let's update the user number 3, can complete the username. Again. Okay, here we have the CRUD operation work finally. If you scroll down again, it's very similar to the previous project. However, what I have is the new key That's the API key we should provide using the OpenAI, ChatGPT, OpenAI. We go to your console, your profile, create an API key, and then we should provide this API key into the environment file. The database setup is the same. And let's see this working. Just post, because we're asking something. For example, give me information about the purchase number 4. They search this information inside a local database. As you can see here, local database is a SQLite. But if you specify ID which does not exist, we have the page not found. And you can also ask for some store location. Is there any store location in this country, Brazil, and this state or district? The application found the country because the application was scanning and searching for countries inside this folder docs. It was loaded in runtime by the module. It will allow us a sort of customization. And the product info as well. Give me some information about this frame. We'll go 5. So it's a full search inside that folder. The application identify the product, and here we have the picture into the repo, the Git repo. That's the frame. And every information is placed inside that folder, docs. Here in the glasses, we have the items. It means we can search using either database or just a local folder. What I have to do is load this document using the format used by API. But however, if you specify some invalid content like out of the scope, we have this information. Otherwise, we're going to use our API credit, consume the value with something useless. Then we have this valid scope just to block the user to try to add something. Here in this final folder, if you scroll down again, don't worry about the code. I have explained it line by line. Let me show you what have we done so far. Open again. See, that's a Streamlit framework. We can easily, in just some small lines, send a request against the backend. We are able to provide some titles, subtitles. We can customize every line here. Give me information about the purchase number 4 again. So we get the information from the backend. We have the historical, the history related to this client ID. In this case, is the customer. Give me the order number 4. If you mention an invalid number, again, I can use the location. And finally, the product. See again, we have everything, wherever, in the client side or the API side. Could you resolve this equation? No. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this project. The repo is TGI Python Adventure. Go there, clone the repo, and tell me what you think, because in the next videos I'm going to show in detail folder by folder and how each project was built.